from the Democrats. And I got to tell you, I love Jasmine Crockett. She is your sorority sister. She's
a Delta.
And I think she was a great candidate, but I'm not shocked that the white guy won. And I don't even think, this is one time I don't even ascribe it as much to race. I'm sure that plays into it to some degree. But I think after watching a competent woman in Hillary Clinton get beat and then watching what happened to Kamala, I think people were gun shy. And they think now the way to win is to give the country what they said. Like, I call Trump Ike because he only beats girls. But I think wherever the country is, Texas is a little bit behind that. So I wasn't shocked. I was hopeful as always, but I wasn't shocked that she didn't win. And I got to tell you, I didn't dislike Talarico. Like, I can't vote in that. But I can't vote in that. But I didn't dislike him. The first time I saw him, I think I saw him. You pointed him out to me, Jasmine, on Bill Maher's show, and I thought he was a televangelist. Like, I thought he was just a guy who had a mega church somewhere. And the difference between him and the other, like, people on the right wing of evangelists is that he likes women. Like, I'm not even lying. Like when church, the black church is the gayest place on the face of the earth.
But the Democrats like him more. You know that. That's why you're kind of going softly here. You're not really, any other time, the whole time you're talking, I'm thinking, this is not what I expected from DL. I expected him to start crying racism. But you got the word, didn't you? You got the word from higher ups in the party. Don't do that to Talarico. All right, my mic on. Gosh, make sure my equipment works over here. It's been so wild, so long. I had to listen to DL Hughley there, man. I gotta say, fam, it's gonna get canceled. Whatever this show is, whatever this is gonna get canceled. Shit is horrible. DL, I don't know who you are giving pleasure to, that you keep getting opportunities, bro. Between you and Charlamagne, I don't know who's worse at politics. Like, really boring and really just move around a lot and not say anything. Johnson, I don't know what it is. How does he keep getting opportunities? Are you CIA? And that's for Kamala. I mean, come on, Johnson. She didn't get votes the first time she ran. Tulsi Gabbard took her out in 90 seconds during the debates, and that was it. Her career was over. Her career should have been over. Like Garofalo, or whatever her name was. Remember the one from Alaska? Yeah, her. Remember her? You remember the white chick from Alaska? I like her. She ran with McCain. McCain? I like her. I can see Russia from my house. Her career's over. Her career should have been over. That's what should have happened to Kamala. But since she looked black, you were able to force her on us. But she was done then. She was done when Tulsi Gabbard said, you laughed about smoking weed and then you went and locked up a bunch of people for weed. She was donezo. Anybody else would have been through, but you used the black Jedi mind trick to get out a black free card. You used the black card for her. She should have been done there. So the fact that she got to become vice president, it's like, wow. Instead of being happy about it, all we get is a bunch of complaints from people like DL Hughley. When you should be kissing the fucking bottoms of the feet of Joe Biden. That's what she should be doing. That she was given that job, Johnson. She never would have won that job. Not because she's a woman, but because she is her. She is not a good politician. Fam, she's just not. And I'm pretty sure you didn't say anything about her going to the Reverend Jesse Jackson funeral and talking politics. And with that fucking, she is so dense. Look, let me get this out. She is so dense, fam. She's at the Reverend Jesse Jackson funeral, senior, using that line, not unbothered by what has been. No one likes it.
Understand, as has been said, the beauty that comes after the storm when we see what is possible and what can be unburdened by what has been.
But she's so stubbornly bad. She keeps saying it. Now I'm bothered by what has been, unfettered by what. She keeps saying shit no one wants to hear. But she likes it. She doesn't give a fuck. She laughs harder at her own jokes than anybody else in the room. And they only laugh because she's pretending to cosplay as a black woman. And out of respect for a black woman, people laugh at her. But see, it's fool's gold because no one's really impressed by her. She's shorter than everyone thought when they meet her. And she doesn't have great ideas. She doesn't have anything. Whatever she had, she used it with Willie Brown and with Montel Williams, and that was it. Now, back to Jasmine Crockett, because this is really what this is about. There's this article. The L is on her. It's a new political article that just came out. Black lawmakers and strategists dump on Crockett. If you read the article on Politico, you'll realize that Tim Black was right. Yeah, you'll realize I was right because they talk about how Jasmine Crockett had no ground game in her campaign. Yeah, you had Talarico that took this shit seriously, had 28,000 volunteers. Jasmine Crockett had what? She didn't have a real campaign. All she had was a lot of mouth and a lot of coverage and a lot of black women that she was willing to sick on the Democratic Party and threaten them. It's like she wanted ransom. Give me a seat or I'm going to ruin your party. Give me a seat. They love me. If you want black people to support your Democratic Party, give me a seat. And it was like, nah, we good. And you're not keeping it real at all, DL Hughley. You know this shit. Call up Obama. See what he has to say about Jasmine Crockett. Oh, that's right. Nothing. Ask Michelle Obama what she thinks about Jasmine Crockett. Nothing. Because they all prefer Talarico. Talarico's a serious person. Whether you like him, whether I like him, it doesn't matter. Obama's your guy. And Obama wants you to shut the fuck up. Jasmine Crockett, I look, I don't know if I can prove this or not, but I have a gut feeling. And I can say my gut feeling. I feel that Jasmine Crockett ran for Senate because she lost her House seat and also because it's a good way to raise money. It seemed like a good move to stay in the headlines. And she felt she was big, had a big enough name and name recognition, and that's all she would need to win. And then she got a rude wake-up call that the Democrats aren't that into her. No, they're not. They had other things to do, like wash their hair. And now we're going to see what happens to the rest of the party. And you know what? I'm happy because I'm happy to see black women waking up to the reality. They don't love you, though. You said something about Latinos turning on Trump.
I think 50-some% of Latin men voted for Trump, right? And 40-some% of Latin women. And I really think they believed because what I heard him saying during the election matched what I was seeing. But apparently a lot of people heard it differently. I think that I'd watch the border czar talk about deporting whole families. So I wasn't shocked about the ham-handed way and the abusive way that they went about, deporting people. They said we're going to deport them all. That was it. And I don't think I was shocked by anything. But I think a lot of people, if you look at a lot of Latin people, they were shocked at how when they said we're only going to deport the good people. People don't understand your language and your skin is your crime. Mm. Speaking Spanish and being brown is your crime.
Man.
I think that we are now in a situation where people have learned a very hard lesson, and that's that this country didn't lie to them. I think they heard what they wanted to hear, and I think now there are a lot of people. I think she's Colombian.
What you fail to understand is that there are a lot of Latinos, a lot of Hispanics in America who are citizens. Yeah, those citizens are not worried about getting deported. And if they do get deported, it's going to be a big They keep you for an amount of time that's unreasonable, well, then you got a lawsuit, and that's always a beautiful thing. But at the end of the day, fam, those Latinos and those Hispanics, they don't want competition from people that'll take a couple bucks an hour, drive down the cost of labor, and just eat up resources in their cities and their states. No one likes it except rich people like you that live in gated communities. Multi-millionaires seem to not give a shit. Yeah, it's always the people that have the most that are so willing for everybody else to foot the bill. In light of the shootings that happened, the petty, the good murders, killings, we can call them murders if you want. Keith Porter, that no one talks about. People don't like that American citizens were killed by ICE. They're pissed off about that. But you know what? They still don't trust Democrats with the border or with immigration. They still prefer Trump over your party.
This, I think, is so important to note. After all the events in Los Angeles, after all the events in Minneapolis, after all the events of the last year on immigration, can Democrats actually take advantage on this issue? And a look at the polling suggests actually no, they're in a worse position than they were at this point during Donald Trump's first term. Take a look here. Trust which party more on immigration? In 2018, Democrats had an edge of about 6 points. You come over to this side of the screen now, look at that. Republicans are the ones who actually have an edge on immigration. So this whole idea that Democrats are going to be able to take advantage of the immigration group, of the immigration issue, actually doesn't bear itself out in the polling, despite everything that's been going on. In fact, Democrats are in worse position than they were during Donald Trump's first term.
Yeah, maybe that they don't like what Donald Trump, the president, is doing, but they don't think Democrats will do a better job.
Correct. They think Democrats will do a worse job on immigration than Republicans.
All right.
Now, just think about it. 2 white folks got killed, and they still don't want you to drive the car. Think of how bad America feels about Democrats. 2 American citizens who were unarmed were killed by ICE, and they still want to keep ICE working. They don't want ICE abolished, and they prefer Trump handling immigration and the border over the Democrats. That's a stat you guys don't want to talk about. I'm talking about it because I know it exists, and I know it shows just how bad Democrats are doing. You talk all this shit. You talk endlessly about how bad Trump's doing, but in reality, he's doing better than your whole party. Everybody hates Dems. Even Dems hate Dems. I don't know what DL's done, what Epstein files, what Diddy files he has on somebody at CNN or somewhere that somehow gives him these jobs to talk politics. But damn, they need to stop. Next.
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.